Stefania Vitillo, who worked at CERN contributing to space experiments on the International Space Station. After earning her PhD in physics, she joined a medtech startup, developing ML models to predict antibiotic resistance. She now works as a senior data scientist at Takeda Pharmaceuticals. Stefania, please.
Thanks a lot for the nice introduction. So yes, I wanted to make a bit of a round trip on my experience. So going from cosmic ray physics to a medical startup fast, and then to Takeda. First, let's go quickly introduce my time in academia. It started basically with some student, first at Fermilab, then at DAISY, but I wanted to really understand more of what was coming out of space. So when I was doing the master thesis in Pisa, I joined the AMES collaboration. Then in Pisa, they developed the detector, the calorimeter, basically, and I reconstructed the energy. Basically, I worked on associating gamma rays to known sources. I moved then to CERN for my PhD, working on another subdetector of AMS, the tracker, but also on DAMP, particle explorer detector, to detect also dark matter. At that time, it was in construction, so I was going basically every day to the cleaning room. I was doing a lot of test beams at CERN, and then in 2015, it was launched to space, and at the end of my PhD, I could do a proton flux measurement from space. But already at the end of my PhD, I understood that I liked very much this work, but I wanted to do it in a more impactful sector. So I call it middle ground. For me, it was the startup. So this position was advertised on the machine learning mailing list at CERN, and the co-founder were one from MIT, one from ETH. At ETH here in Zurich, the research group of the professor had one postdoc that I met in a previous summer student. So she helped me change the CV according to the private sector requirement mostly, but it was not completely free of academia buzzword. But still, I could get into the interview process. And as we see with the picture on the right, the images are very different from the test area. So it's a clinical lab. But I could apply a lot of skills that I developed. So I think 60-70% of my skills were really focusing in building things from scratch. So, and this is, I think, the perfect environment in a startup where basically you have nothing and you have to make with a MacGyver style, I call it. So basically with nothing, you have to build something. It can be a data pipeline, a processing flow, database. Later, when you work with a software engineering team, there were also things that I was not familiar with, as for example, joining also VC meetings. So basically, venture capital, basically the person that gives the money to the startup, and also fine-tuning a lot of plots for the Food and Drug Administration that was supposed to buy our device to make it to make it approved in the clinical labs and in the hospital, because ideally we want to create a device that instead of 2 hours, but in 2 days, predicts antibiotic resistance, and this can really save patient life. Additionally, also it had a lot of paper reviews because, of course, we have to be up to speed with the recent trends. So this I liked very much. But as you know, so COVID hit basically every sector. Also, approvals for the FDA got or on hold or delayed, and I decided that I liked very much the sector, but I wanted to move basically to something else. So I saw the Takeda website, I monitored it for some time, and when the position came out, I applied. And basically, since 2022, I'm part of the business team for global manufacturing and supply. As you see on the image on the right, it's a global. The message here is not really how many resource manufacturing sites we have, but really it's a global environment that I like very much, coming from SEB, and it is big, more than 50,000 employees. And I wanted to spend a few words on the responsibilities, since really we strive to bring innovation to develop drugs in the end, because we want the time that pharma product goes to a patient is reduced. So we have this at our core. Then of course there are technical things like cross-functional work, automatizing of course this process, and also we partner with other institutions. Like for example, I worked 2 years in partnership with MIT, really to introduce even more research in what we do. So I didn't know that it was possible. So I did. It was to radiate in the private sector.